Welcome back to the channel. This is DeadMf. We are back again in the prison called life. We are back again, man, in the prison called life, And there's lots of ways that you get stuck in a prison. And many people don't seem to understand how their lives don't seem to change for the better. How their lives don't seem to be going anywhere. How they keep being stuck in the same situations, in the same relationship, in the same job. And I figured out the reason you're stuck in the same situation is because most people cannot accept things for what they are. Because you cannot see the reality of what's in front of you, you gaslight yourself. You give yourself a sense of false hope. You tell yourself that things are gonna be different this time. You tell yourself that, don't worry about him, he's gonna change. I believe in him, he's gonna change, But you don't realize that human beings, we behave in patterns, When somebody does something once, there's a likelihood that they're gonna do it again, Just because they did it once, there's a likelihood that they're gonna do it again, So when somebody does something fucked up, man, and you think, no, they're gonna change, the likelihood of that happening is zero. They're not gonna change. They're most likely to do it again, Somebody betrays you, you forgive them, they're likely to do it again, So we gaslight ourselves because we cannot accept things for what they are, We thrive on this false hope, man. We thrive on it, And it's this gullibility that we have as human beings that has led us, to where we are right now in this modern world, Because the people who run this world, they understand how gullible human beings are. They understand how the oppressed can protect their oppressor, And they do it with false hope. They convince you, baby, this is the American dream, They know if we sell them something, they're going to comply, All you need with human beings is a good story. You sell them a fantasy, you've got them, So many people, they get stuck in the same situations because they sell themselves fantasies. They sell themselves stories. They see things for what they could be, but not what they are, You say, oh, he's gonna change because that's what you see, inside your head, That's what you see inside your head, but it's not what you see when you look at the situation, When you look at it from a bird's eye view, when you really put your perspective into it, So that's how society gets us, man. That's how they trap us. They tell you things are gonna get better. We just have to believe in ourselves. We've believed in ourselves for the longest time, man. And I'll tell you one thing, man. Human beings behave in patterns, If somebody does something once, they're likely to do it again. We behave in patterns. If somebody betrays you, they're likely to do it again. Because that's just how we're wired. We go with what's familiar, Even if that thing is wrong, but because it sounds familiar, you go with it, It seems familiar. You've seen it before, so you go with it, even though it's wrong, False hope. That's how we thrive in this society. That's why they keep selling us lies, because they know how gullible we are as a race. It all comes down to acceptance, If you want to get yourself out of a hopeless situation, You're stuck in the same job that you really have no future in. You're stuck in a relationship that yields no result. It really comes down to acceptance. You have to accept that this is what you have in front of you. And instead of selling yourself a lie, you just take it for what it is, and you make the proper changes that has to be made. Otherwise, you get stuck in the same loop for many years. That's why most people who are in relationships, abusive relationships, really bad relationships, they just can't seem to get out of it because you think that the person will change. But really, man, that's not going to happen. You hear stories of people being abused for many years, and you think to yourself, why don't they leave? You're suffering in this relationship. You're suffering in the workplace. Why don't you leave? Why don't you quit? Because you have false hopes. You don't see things for what they are. So therefore it's hard to leave. Because you can't accept that this is your status, This is the state that you're in. So you keep staying there, hoping that things are gonna get better. But they don't get better. Because you don't accept reality for what it is, That's how they get us, man. That's how they get us. All you have to do is sell somebody a dream and you've got them, They'll tell you, hey man, fight for your country. This is where you grew up. Stay in your hometown. Be loyal to the cause, What cause? Most of the time you didn't even come up with the cause, but it's the right thing to do. They gaslight you. So you stay there, You defend something that you didn't even invent, but yet you defend it, Then you wonder why you're not going anywhere, False hopes. We cling to theories, Fantasies. That's how they get us, man. Fantasies. And I've made a video about this, saying that you need to accept things for what they are, man. Acceptance is the key, You need to accept where you are in life. You need to accept the situations that you're caught up in. Once you accept them, then they no longer have power over you. Because now, once you figure out something and you accept that this is what it is, it no longer has a hold on you. You're now able to free yourself from it. Because you've seen the reality of it. That's how you free yourself from that job that's terrible, from that relationship that has no future. That's how you free yourself from many things. It's all done with acceptance, Once you've accepted that this person has betrayed me enough, there's no future for me here. Now you're able to make the proper changes. Once you've accepted that, listen, my country doesn't care about me, so why am I going to die for it? You make the proper changes. Now you start to care about yourself, You don't sell yourself dreams that other people give a fuck about you. Nobody cares about you. Only you should care about yourself, because you'll never have your back, Like yourself. Most people will tell you, man, I'm there for you. I'll be there for you through it all. If people say something like that, you have to figure out, if they there for me throughout everything, what do they get out of this, And most times you'll find out that, well, there is a benefit for them, That's why they're able to stick with you, because there is a benefit some way, somehow for them, So we really need to accept things for what they are, man. That's how you escape a lot of things, Once you accept that the life you're living is not exactly what you see in your head, You know, because as human beings, we've been programmed to see things for what they could be, which in many ways is a good thing, you know, having a vision, you know. But then most times having a vision is used against you because they make you see what they want you to see, you know, but not what's really in front of your face, you know. Acceptance is the key, man. Once you accept things for what they are, then you're able to free yourself. This is DeadMf, and I'm signing out.